Here with analysis, U.S. Army Special Forces veteran Jim Hanson. Reading the tea leaves, listening to Donald Trump, I hear impatience growing. He's happy with the blockade. He sees that they are destroying Iran from within economically. However, he's not taking military options off the table. And knowing him as well as I do, I would think that probably it's more imminent than not.
I think at some point more things are going to turn into smoldering rubble just to make a point. And I think the advantage he has is our blockade is so much more painful to them than it is to us or to our allies. And I understand. I just drove cross country and bought diesel at about $6 a gallon. It hurts everybody in America to pay for that gas. But that's a short-term thing. Iran is in the situation where they're about at the tipping point where their currency is worthless, they can't pay the thugs in their military, and they have no idea who's going to take over, when the next guy kicks the bucket. So President Trump has all the cards. He's patient. He'll play it, so that it ends up the way we want it to end.
All right, it's short term, yes. It's still not the $5.03 a gallon that we had under Biden. It's about $1 less than that. It certainly is short-term pain. Nobody wants to pay more for gas. Diesel is even more expensive, as you point out. However, in exchange for not giving our children and grandchildren nuclear weapons, again, in the short term, I think I'd take that deal every day of the week.
And President Trump knew he would take a political hit for doing what no other president had the guts to do. They all kicked the can down the road, and he said, I will not be the one who allows Iran, a country that is run by a apocalyptic death cult, to have a nuclear weapon. He took the hit. He's going to see it through. And again, this blockade for us allows us to stop any ability they have to fund their government and to feed their people at some point. So we don't want the people of Iran to suffer, but at some point they're going to get restless again and they don't have, food for their families. That's going to be a major push to potentially topple this government.
Look, if I had a wish list, it would start this way. I would want to take out as many IRGC leaders as possible, number one. Number two, I would like to get arms in the hands of the Iranian people. It's easier said than done, but it's possible, is it not?
Oh, it's 100% possible. That's a fine knife edge you have to walk on to do that. Do it too early and it falls apart and people get killed for no reason. What President Trump has been doing is creating the conditions for the people of Iran to change their own government. It should never be a U.S. regime change, but 70% of the people there hate that government. So I think the conditions are very close to where they need to be, and the mullahs either have to make a deal now and accept the fact that they're never going to be a nuclear power, or they're never going to be a power of any kind. That's the alternative.
They've been decimated. Can you explain the lack of logic that they have? Is it that they cling to their radical Islamic fascism so much that they actually believe what they say?
They follow a